right, we're back again with another episode of Roofer Reflections. I'm really excited to have Natalie here. Natalie, thank you for coming on the show.
You are welcome.
You've had many different roles in roofing and construction and enclosures. How did it all start?
Well, it actually all started while I was in architecture school. I had a passion to learn more about roofing when I had a virtual model that had a crazy roof line. And I was like, how do I build this and what materials would make this roof work? So I had this quest to know more. And I was fortunate enough that one of my uncles was a journeyman roofer. And I called him up and I was like, Uncle Phil, please, 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 the next time you're on a roof, you see a designer that is holding you accountable to their drawings, please get their card because that is what I want to do. I want to be able to design and then see my design come to life. And I need to know more about roofing. And he goes, well, I'll tell you about roofing. I'm like, no offense, Uncle Phil. I want to learn from a professional on the design side. And then I do want the real life experience on the construction side as well. And it just so happened a week later, he got a business card and I got that card. And then I started my roofing internship a few months, actually a couple of weeks later. So it worked out really well. And I spent the entire summer on a roof doing like quality control. So I was able to see the design come into real life and what kind of work was involved, like firsthand. And that just really excited my passion for roofing to want to know more. And I cut my teeth on a hard roofing system. It was coal tar pitch off and coal tar pitch on. And I survived it and was asking all sorts of questions. And my uncle's like, I never would imagine, Natalie, that you would find this interesting. And I'm like, I love it. And I want to know more. And so when I graduated with my master's, the company that I had interned offered me a full-time position. And I was hooked ever since.
So you were on the design side or sort of the facilitation side. And then at some point you came onto the contractor side as well.
I was a roof consultant for almost 15 years, traveling all across North America, doing assessment work, then also doing the quality control for my designs. And I just was a little bit burnt out for traveling so much, and I wanted to be more home-based. At the time, I had 2 young kids. And then a local union contractor was like, hey, Natalie, do you know anybody looking for a job? And I'm like, I do. And I gave them a couple references. And he's like, no, let me rephrase that. We want you. And there's a couple different positions open that we know you'll do great in. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, you're great with people. You know your clients. And that's why we really think you would be great here. And I was like, okay, well, let me try it. And then I just loved it, like seeing it from the other end, like instead of like the contractors bidding, like actually bidding the work that the consultants were putting out or an architect was putting out. So I got to see like, the struggles and difficulties understanding on a contractor level, and then being able to then implement my experience both ways and learn firsthand what it does and what it takes to put on a roof as a roofing contractor.
For someone that's starting out, in roofing, in any capacity, what sort of advice do you have for them?
I would say ask a lot of questions because you shouldn't be afraid to ask questions. And, it just shows that you're willing to learn because you're thinking about things on a critical level. Like, why do you lap this way? Like, why do you need this cut edge sealant here? Like, what's the purpose of it? Like understanding the science and also like how you can do it efficiently too. Like, and then make sure that you do your own self check so that you make sure that that task was completed so that the next person behind you can then continue forward.